Hey y'all, how are you doing? Number one, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Go ahead and let me know. Hello, hello. I do see Miss Kim in Alaska. Welcome in. And Miss Ruth and Miss Danielle. And y'all chatting with each other. Awesome. There's some folks over on Twitch. No one has said hello yet, but that's okay. Welcome in, guys. I'm eating myself a snack. Why do I do this? Thank you, Miss Kim. Thank you so much, honey. So a week ago. Yeah, this is week 2. Yeah. Hey, Miss Linda Gorman. Welcome, welcome. You just want to see the new stuff. I know. There's actually going to be 2 releases this month. So I'm going to be showing you guys part of it now. And we can play with some of the things. And then we're going to have another one of these. I think on the 25th is the day. I need to look at the calendar. Am I going to be in town? Yes, I am going to be in town. I'll be going out of town right after that. But anyway, hi, Linda the Lurker. Love that, Kim. Love that. Love that. Okay, let me put the horizontal chat thing back on because I fixed it this morning. So what I did this morning is first I had to get up. I've been sleeping better. Now that I'm going back to the gym. Yeah, this is only week 2. So Tuesday of last week was chest and triceps. Yeah, chest and triceps. Wednesday was back and biceps. And then Thursday, I think did I skip? No, I didn't skip. No, Thursday was, I don't even remember anymore. Thursday was legs. That was good. Friday I skipped, and then I did the last thing on Saturday, which was abs and something. I don't remember now. But I'm doing the Jamie Eason Live Fit workout from ages ago. I did it back like in 2009, 2010. But because of me doing that, it's like my energy. Hey, Miss J. J Marie Design. My brain is not working. I am so sorry. But she is over on Twitch. So thank you so much for popping in, Henny. So I'm just tired right now. But that's because I just did another workout this morning. So it's a 4-day on, 4-day on, 3-day off, which I skipped Friday. It's like I kind of had to switch days because of live streaming too much on Friday. And then I went back this morning and it was again chest and triceps. And I am weak. I do not have the strength I used to have. So just doing low weights is wearing me out. So now I'm tired. So I got up this morning. I went to the gym, came home, showered, got the horizontal chat widget fixed. Yes, it's basically where they changed their install thing. So I had to reinstall it and now it works. It doesn't have the wrapping thing that it was doing that was driving me crazy. Did that, resorted all the stuff that for today and realized midstream, it's like, oh yeah, I forgot. They said that some of the stuff I wanted to play with today, some of this stuff is not going to actually be released until the 25th. So that means no Steamboat Willie, no Pooh Bear. We're not going to be doing those today. So Janice on both sides. Hey, thank you so much for the support. So I just realized, part of the problem is that I had a banana for breakfast. And that's what I've been doing lately. If I have breakfast, I've been having a banana. So I had a banana for breakfast. Then I went to the gym and I haven't eaten anything since. So I'm going to take my face off of the screen and we're going to just look at the things on the website real quick to let you guys see what's out there, what is showing up now. And then we're going to go through the things that I've got. And you guys can help me pick what you want me to play with today. And we're going to make a card. So here is the display. It's going to pop my face up. And then I kind of want that display to be different. I'm going to leave it. I don't really like the black box around it, but that's okay. Only reason I'm taking my face down is because I don't want you to watch me eat. Because, yeah, eating on camera is a thing I don't really want to do. Okay, so here is our new arrivals. And you can see from the bit up here, a bunch of fun things, right? So we've got La Dolce Vita, which means the best life, I think. I looked it up at one point. I don't remember. Then we've got Cheerful Chirps, Modern Botanicals, Copper Plate, Happy Everything Sentiments, Summer Felt, Stitch and Create, Handy Phone Mat, and Treasured Cardstock Collection. Some of these I had not actually even looked at until I was going through this stuff. So the ones that I have are, well, we'll wait till Dappy's done.
Now what? Brother, what a way to run a railroad. Now, as I was saying...
So, welcome in, Miss Anne. Hey, Google. Translate La Dolce Vita. Doesn't look like it did it. Why didn't it do it? I wanted to translate it. Okay, well, that didn't work. Somebody else can look it up for me. You're probably right. I think it's something life. It's like the best life or the sweet life, something like that. Anyway, so these are the ones that are coming out this month. Yes, I'm eating a piece of salami right now. Sorry about that. And I had not seen some of these yet. Okay. So I'm going to start off with just going through each of the pages and let you guys see. And thank you so much, Anne. She has subbed for 4 months over on Twitch. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Your support, you guys' support, you just don't know what it means. I mean, it helps so much. Oh, yeah, I did that. I added everything also, all of the different links to the pages. Not to the individual products yet, but to the individual collections are all, yes, I know, Jana. All of the collections are in that link that you'll see pinned to the top of the chat box. And of course, that is also down in the description. So first off, we've got the copper plate. This is the copper plate Happy Everything Sentiments. And we've got a bunch of sentiments there. I think I'm just going to pull up this one because this one is the bundle. Got 1, 2, 3. So these are all better press. But you can use them on your hot foil system too. And they are lovely. Got happy birthday, happy everything, hope you're feeling better, happy anniversary, and heartfelt sympathy. Now the heartfelt sympathy is probably a really good one for us to think about. Happy birthday, we've got a ton of birthday sentiments, right? It is gorgeous. But we've got a bunch of them. Same thing when it comes to happy anniversary. That's one that we would typically have a bunch of. I don't have a lot of get well ones, and this one would be a good one for that. But the heartfelt sympathy, this is very elegant, and I think that would be perfect for all of those sympathy cards that we tend to not make or not make a bunch of. I do like the way that they did this one too with double partial embossing. That's real pretty. I love that one. So that is the Happy Everything Sentiments. There are a couple of new tools that are coming out this month. Ignore that part. It's where I added everything to. I added the pages to my link deli so that you guys would have it. So one is a foam mat. This fits inside. I believe it fits inside one of the. It says the large craft stacks tray. So I have the medium craft stacks. But this one fits in the large, and it's a foam pad. I currently have something similar. It was the Sizzix stamping magic. I don't remember what the thing is called, but it's not available anymore. But this is basically something you could use instead of. So let's say you need to poke something, which happens a lot, or you need to use your other tool to try to get out all of those extra bits. So this is a nice foam pad to be able to do that kind of thing with. The other thing that is in with the new tools is, let me get back to that. I believe it was a spatula. Yes, actually a palette knife. So this is going to be perfect for when we're doing our wax seals. So that is cool. Next up, we've got Treasured Cardstock, which I'm excited about this part because recently I used some of my Spellbinders glitter cardstock, and then I went onto the website to find the link and find more, and I couldn't find it. But they basically have made it so it's not a glitter collection. Instead, you've got the individual colors, so you can get all your different pieces that are going to match. Okay, so for instance, here is the aquamarine. I just saw this morning, and it's like, oh my goodness, I didn't know that was there. So we have got in here 15 sheets, includes 100. Okay, this is the glitter metallic. Yeah, the glitter. Yeah, glitter cardstock, 100-pound weight, matte metallic, 85-pound, brushed metallic, mirror metallic, pearl metallic, all in the same color tone. So they're all going to go great together, but that gives you a bit of variety. So if you want shiny or if you want matte, you've got all of those things. So I think that is gorgeous. And that I think probably works better than a pack of glitter cardstock, because you know what? When you have a pack of glitter cardstock, there's going to be some that you like better than some of the other colors, right? When they have a variety pack like that. I do kind of want to have a couple of packs of just glitter cardstock of specific colors, but this is actually a good alternative. So I can pick and choose which ones I want, and then I've got all the shiny bits too, especially now that I'm starting to use more of my foil cardstock. Okay. And of course, they also have it in antique white, gold, silver, and rose gold. These are probably my favorites. Hello, Miss Linda Toman. Welcome, welcome, honey. So next we're going to go on to the Modern Botanicals by Dina Wakely. This looks fun. I'm sorry. I don't do a lot of mixed media, but this, in my mind, this is going to make it easy to get that mixed media look with the better press. I just think this is adorable. So we've got two different embossing folders. They're both 3D. I think they're both 3D. No, one's 3D. One is standard. So we've got two embossing folders. And then we've got two different better press. This one has got the die cuts to go with it. Don't think this one does. It might. I don't remember. But anyway, you've got the better press for both of those. So that is pretty. Then we've got, which Jana was already talking about, was the Cheerful Chirps. And I was going through some of my stash, and I've got another older bird that would go right along with these that I think is so cute too. So we've got Pretty Birds. We've got the Flying High. So we've got our little parakeet. I think it's a parakeet. We've got this bamboo screen, which I love. I am so happy that I got that one. This one is some sentiments to go along with it. Then we've got, we got this little guy. He is so cute. That parrot is just simply adorable. So we've got three different types of birds on here, plus the bamboo screen, plus the sentiments, all super fun. I don't remember what all I got out of each one, so we're going to have to take a look at each of the collections that I've got. And then here's something that I decided I went ahead and got some of these. So this one is the Felt Stitch and Create Summer Collection. We already did one for Christmas time, right? So this time we've got this one that is a beehive. Then we've got some strawberries with, I think it comes with the bees. No, the bees come with this one. So the beehive comes with the bees, but you can always put them on your other things too. You can mix and match, which is nice. So we've got the beehive, we've got the strawberry, we've got sunflower. How many people love sunflowers? And then we've got the cheeky apple. So it's got a face. You can do it with a face or without a face. You can do it with the inside where you can see the seeds or not. So there's different versions you can do of that. I think it is so fun. So we've got that one. And excuse the chewing. Like I said, I needed to get some food in me so I have a little bit of energy. Okay, and then we've got the Dolce Vita. So first off, we've got a doorway. I do like doorway dies, and there was the There's a die set from Spellbinders that was the entry, and I can't remember. I think it's open house. I don't think it's available anymore. And I've got that, and I've got some of the different add-ons. It's like I love it. So this one would work well with a lot of the add-ons for that, I think. So we've got a pretty doorway with flowers, and we've got some vases, and ooh, and I like that too. I just noticed that. So the die's on the left-hand side, right past the arch at the top. Those make that background where we can see the water and then the stone patio and stuff. This is all Italian. It's Italy. I want to go back. I haven't been. We went to so many places. But the place that we spent the most amount of time was in Cinque Terre. We stayed at the top of this mountain, and I had to go up like 140 something stairs each time that we wanted to go to and from the house. Pain in the butt. I did not like the steps, but it did make my legs get in better shape during that. And that was one of the trips we took with Todd's family. It was fabulous, though. Loved it. Okay, then we've got this one that is under the sun that has this fun sun. Isn't that so cool? We've got some sentiments to go with it. That is all Better Press. Hello, Miss Adelaide. Welcome in. Linda says, love that doorway. Saw some cards Melissa made with them and love. I know, right? I haven't seen what anybody else has made yet, guys. One of my favorites, though, it's got to be the ship, because this is a cruise ship, and we just finished doing all the fun things with our walrus, and so my brain is kind of in ocean sea kind of thing. So this one is Deckside Dreams. And then we've got a fun background. This is a 3D embossing folder with lemons. So it's lemon fresco. And then we've got lemons to go along with this. So we've got lemon dyes, which is the citrus spritz. We've got the banners to go along with the ship. The cruise ship is so cool. Oh, it's drool worthy. I have to put that up there. Linda says that it is drool worthy. Yes. So we've got the sentiments to go along with this ship. Actually, you could use banners anywhere. Hello, Sunshine. You'd love this. And La Dolce Vita. And then this one I think is super fun. Look at that. And thank you. She just joined as a member on YouTube. Thank you so much, Anne. So this is really cute. This one is Ciao Spaghetti. I love the lips. Don't know why, but I love the lips. So I've already made a card with this one, and you can't really see the chow that much with it, but I don't care. I think it's cool. Anyway, this one is really super fun. You have the sentiment that looks like spaghetti. Looking to see who that was. That was Anne. Whoa. Yes. So the lips are eating spaghetti, and it just says ciao. So I think that is super cool. And then we've got the Amalfi Breeze Itch Dies, which is this girl laying on a beach on her beach towel with a drink. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? I think that is fabulous. So we've got that one too. And those are all of the things that are releasing today. And if you want to see the things that are releasing later in the month, you go to Coming Soon. And that's where we're going to see, Steamboat Willie, which is basically the oldest version of Mickey Mouse. So Steamboat Willie, plus, there's some, I forgot about that. Don't I have those? Why are they not in this bin? I don't know. Oh, those are next month. Okay, I was thinking, wait a minute. These are next month, but I don't see my Pooh. Where's the extra Pooh stuff? The extra Pooh Bear stuff is not on here yet. So I don't know when that one's coming out. This is something I want to get. This turn thing, you guys are going to be really interested in it. I'm going to go ahead and pop it up. You will be interested in it, and I want that one. I tried this out at Creativation. Now, what this does is it basically gives you a longer handle and more torque when you are using your die cutting machine. Reason that I probably won't be using that one, although I am seriously thinking about it too, is that when I try to do die cutting on screen for you guys, I would basically have to have it hanging off of my desk and be cranking it from the left. It wouldn't be comfortable for me to do it because I'm on camera. That's the only reason. But it does make cranking it less, kind of makes it so it's easier on your body. Okay. So I did do a recording with the guys from Spellbinders where I was trying it out for the first time during Creativation. I don't know if they're going to release that video or not, but if they do and I find out about it, I'll make sure to let you guys know. But it does work nicely. Yesterday, I was watching a video from Yana Smakula, though, and she was using just this part, the comfort grip. It's a cushion. It's cushy. It's a sponge, it's cushion, and that's going to go over my handle. So it's going to be easier on my hands. So if you have issues with trying to do the cranking because it's hard on your wrist or anything like that, then I'm thinking that the turn handle bit, I may just get them so that I can try them out and show you guys. I don't know. But my turn handle for the Platinum 6 is one that's going to make it easier for you to be doing the cranking. And this one would make it easier on your hands in general, just because you're going to have that cushion grip. So I am excited about those coming out. Actually, I didn't look in the coming soon area. When I saw Yana with it, I paused the video I was watching of hers, and I searched. I searched the website. I looked down all of her supply list and could not find that grip. I just now found it with you guys. So this is something that I know that a lot of you guys who complain about that you don't like die cutting because of the cranking and that it's hard on your hands and wrists and such, you're going to want one of these. Okay. Let's see what else is in here, because now I'm curious. I want to see. Okay, that's out. That's coming out. So I just recently got the color swatch petals, and this one is where you can do multiples on the same one. Yeah, I do have a lot of these things coming for next month. Okay, I don't see the Winnie the Pooh stuff, though. I don't know. Let's see if I can do a search and find it. Maybe it came out and I didn't know. Nope, it's not on there anywhere, so that means it's coming out later, or they'll let us know when that release is. So I do have a couple more Winnie the Pooh things, and I can't. Linda says, need one of those for the big shot. I know it's not Spellbinders, but Sizzix needs to pay attention. Absolutely. You could also, okay, this is only $2. What? Okay. I'm going to make sure that I have that in my supply list as soon as it comes out on every one of them, and I have to put this in my cart as soon as it comes out. This is only $2. You could try it out and see if it will work on your big shot. It may. I don't know how well it'll fit, but it may. So just that part. The arm crank, I don't think it'll fit. You don't know. I do have a big cake, so I can do a little checking and see if I can figure out whether or not the handles are interchangeable or not. They might be, because, you know, basically screws and bolts are about the same size, depends on, you know, depending on what you're using for. So they may be using the same size for both of those. But this, I'm thinking that should be able to fit right over the top. So yeah. Good idea to try it at that cost, at not a big loss if it doesn't work. Exactly. That's what I was thinking, because I hadn't looked at the price tag either. It's like, oh, it's only $1.99. Buy some other stuff when they're on sale at Spellbinders, which you know there's going to be sales at that point. But look at the sales and stuff. Get some other things you want. Get one of those. See if it works. If it works, great. If it doesn't, I'm sure you can find another use for it, because we're crafters and that's what we do. Yeah. Okay, so you guys have seen the new collections now. You probably have an idea of what you'd like to see next. So let me go ahead and pull out my things. So we've got Cheerful Chirps, got Modern Botanicals, we've got La Dolce Vita. I'm not doing summer felt today. this is one that what I'm planning on doing with this. As I'm creating them, I'm probably going to do most of these on Twitch, and so that's going to be like Thursdays. So I'm probably going to do that. I may do a couple of extras. I may do them while I'm sitting on the couch, but when I'm doing them on camera, I am planning on doing these on Twitch. Okay. I wanted to play with poo. Oh, well, that's okay. So the summer felt, I'm not going to do today. Okay. Linda says, oh, Debbie, one of my subscribers' friends sent me the tickled pink lunar paste. Oh my goodness, I'm in love. Okay. Where'd I put it? I ordered 2 of them because I will be using these. But look it. They have not been opened yet. I just got them in. They have not been opened yet, but aren't they just, isn't it pretty? Isn't that color pretty? And the reason I got 2 is that these are a limited edition. I do have them on the supply list as well, so you can click on that and find it. But yeah, this is limited edition only at scrapbook.com. Ranger's not going to have it. Spellbinders is not going to have it. Pretty much nobody else is going to have it. So you'll have to get them at scrapbook.com before they run out. I'm also thinking this, I think, is a real pretty color for Susan B. Komen. I mean, that's coming up in October. That is actually for, they do lots of runs and things for breast cancer. So yeah, but this is the perfect pink for that. Yeah. It is the perfect pink. This is absolutely the perfect pink. And I do have some other pinks. Like this one's Rosy Cheeks, and it's a bolder pink. That's just a soft bubblegum pink, right? Okay. So you guys need to tell me, what do you think? What kind of things are you thinking of looking at today? So again, we've got Modern Botanicals. We got 3 collections right here that we can pick from. And yes, I put them in sleeves so I could try to keep track of my collections. I'm kind of rethinking, re-strategizing how I want to start storing and organizing my stuff, because I had a really hard time yesterday finding something that we just used about a month ago. And it turned out it was right over here at my desk. Linda says, looking at whatever you're playing with. Well, just as a reminder, we will be also going live tonight at 5 p.m. Members, where you can come and hang out with me at 4:30. So we will be going live at 5. So we'll be playing with something else in here. Adelaide says, love the chirps, but also the lemon. I'm kind of leaning towards the lemon, to be quite honest. Oh, do you want to see the card that I made already? I used a card that I had started on to make my chow, and you can't really see the chow. But this is one from the Bougie Birthday Collection. The background's from a Bougie Birthday Collection, and I just did that one. I don't remember what color I inked with, but you guys can see the Astro Paste from Simon, right? Hey, Dawn. Welcome, welcome. Linda says, yes, we do want to see your cards. But I think that turned out cool. I really, really, really like the lips. So the lips I did... Is that the one that I did this with? Oh, that's... The lips I did with lunar paste. I made a piece of cardstock, made some shiny lipstick cardstock. See how shiny? With the Rosy Cheeks, and then die cut out the lips, and then did another one in black. Looks like because it's been sitting in there, it's kind of scraped a little bit of the pink off, but that's okay. I think that's so pretty. Love that. And there's the other mouth. So I've got a second one to use on whatever I want to. And then you do have that fun spaghetti sentiment, but my favorite part is the lips. You can use the lips for basically anything. Die cut a bunch of them. Yeah, it is going to be so cool. So anyway, that is the first card that I've made with the collection. So the pictures will be posted before long. I did finally yesterday get around to getting all of the images that I hadn't actually posted on Facebook and Instagram and all of that. I got all of those edited and scheduled. So you're going to see a lot of stuff on my Instagram in the next week. So I think we're going to go with, this one also seems heavier, which means I probably have more things in it. We're going to go with La Dolce Vita. I'm going to start off with that. And I just want to do a double check on something real quick too as I'm pulling these out. So here are the individual products. So we've got that fun, yeah, lemon fresco. That is cool. We've got that one, which is our 3D embossing folder. We've got the sentiments, Ciao Bella. Yeah, I like that. Oh, and it's all one plate. So you can better press or foil all one plate and then cut them all out at once. And then you've got a bunch of sentiments. And the sentiments we've got are Sending Sunshine Just For You. This is perfect for Florida too, you know? And this doesn't have to be lemon. Well, these do have to be lemons. I was going to say it could be oranges because Florida, but no, they can't be oranges because they are actually the right shape. They could be limes though. You know, for Elizabeth, we could do limes. So we've got Sending Sunshine Just For You. Hope This Day Treats You Well. Born to Shine Year After Year. Enjoy Today to the Fullest. Make it a day to remember. Sending warm thoughts your way. Ciao Bella. Thank you and happy birthday. And it's got a really fun font. You see that? It's where it's a standard font, and then it's got one or two letters, actually 2 letters in each of the sentiments that are a bit more scripty. So I think that is some fun. We've got our lemons and the lemon flowers. Yeah, the blooms and the greenery to go with. And we've got our banners. Here is that big die set. That is that doorway. Lovely. Here's that fun sun, our ship, and our bathing beauty. So we've got all of those fun things. Yes, they could be lines. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I want to start off with putting this stuff on the floor out of my way because otherwise I can't get to my stuff. Let's do the embossing folder to start off with. And, ooh, that would be cool. Something I forgot to show y'all, I think, is that I recently got, because how could I not after Creativation? Right now I don't remember if I used this on a live or not. I might have, but I got this. This stuff is pretty. I'm wondering how that one or that one. I'm wondering how that would do with those lemons. So I've only cut one sheet out of this so far, and that is this one, which is mostly silver. Okay, I have to cut off the sticky part at the top in order to be able to get in and out of this thing easily. I don't want my cardstock to be just sitting around and not getting used, right? And of course, Linda wants me to play with the doorway. There's a lot of stuff that's in here, and I would love to do all of them, but it's like I don't have enough time to do all the things. I just try to do all the things. Don't tell me Okay, I cut the other end too. That was really dumb. So I've got it. It opens on both ends now, so now I have to find another way to package this. Let's take a look at all of this stuff, though. Ugh. And that means I need to see if it's on Spellbinders website, and if it's not, I'm sure it's on scrapbook.com. I think I got it on scrapbook.com. What? So Dawn says, oh, Debbie, I'm not sure. Oh, the fact that I cut the other end. That's because I forgot that I didn't. I'm trying to cut the end opposite to the sticky end, but I don't always do it. And it's one of those new habits. So, yeah. Let me see. So this one is Rainbow Holographic. So I'm just checking on Spellbinders. And does not look like it's there. But Lisa's Interference Ink Bundle number 2 is there. So there is a lot of stuff there. So I'm thinking this is one that's going to be on scrapbook.com. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, yeah. And it is in stock, so let me grab that link. I might already have it on there. I will add that to the supply list, seeing as it looks like we're going to be using this. But isn't that just gorgeous? This is the stuff that Christy used at Creativation, and yeah, but she used this at Creativation, and we got to watch her do some 3D embossing with it. It's hard to tell what color everything is. Okay, this one's got more blues and greens. This one has got like stripes across. You can see from this angle, you can see the stripe. So it's more like a sunrise, sunset kind of thing. That might be a good one. This one's got blues and greens. This one's got purple and green. Again, this one's got like purple and blue. I'm looking for the ones that have got like the yellows. So I think they're in the bag. So this one's got a lot of green in it. It's hard to tell what color each one is. I don't really think it's going to really matter. You know, this stuff is also gorgeous. It really isn't going to matter which one I pick. So I could just go ahead and use that one that I've already got out and I've already done a little bit of a cut with because I've used it once. Putting the rest of the paper back out of the way so that hopefully I don't do any kind of damage to it. And will this fit? Okay, that will almost fit. I know the paper is gorgeous. Okay, why don't we do a large panel to go in that embossing folder, and then we could actually do like 2 cards using this as a background. So I'm going to cut it down to 5.5. Yeah. And then this should fit in that embossing folder. Because I think that this panel was a little bit bigger than where's I put it? Got that. I'm looking for the things. And this one actually I'm thinking that would be cool too, just as a separate. Why not? I'm going to do that first. So if you haven't used a 3D embossing folder yet, all the instructions on using your die cutting machine for different things are right here on the plate. So for 3D, shows right here. So for this one, we use platform base. We don't use this extra one. This is Kitty. So this is the universal plate system. So they split the plate, the base, the platform. They split it into 2 pieces so you could do more things with it. So we've got this piece, and then we need, of course, our 3D embossing folder and our cardstock. And then we're going to use this gray plate, which is adapter plate D. So just always follow the instructions on your die cutting machine and it'll tell you what to do. But don't let your plates go down under your desk where you can't get them. That one almost slid. So let's do, I'm going to go with that part, I think. That's kind of cool. And this part I think I'm going to probably trim off, so I'm just going to put it right about there. One thing I have been seeing a lot of folks saying is make sure that you spray it. I don't always spray my cardstock. I'm going to do it for this one because, yeah, I really don't want this to crack. It may still crack. That's just, cardstock sometimes cracks. So I'm putting a little mist of water on here just to try to help with the fibers. And we're going to run this through and we're going to see how it does. And I don't normally need to, and that is just because... Oh, thank you, Stephanie. Hello, hello. Okay, I'm trying to line that back up where I wanted it. This paper is also a little wet, so it's going to stick a little easier. That looks about right. We're going to run that through. Now, if I used a full sheet, I wouldn't need to worry about lining it up, but yeah. That is lovely. I love that. Okay, it is a little damp. It doesn't look like it cracked at all, but it's wet. I think I sprayed a little bit too much. It's because I'm not used to spraying, so I don't really know how much I need. I think I am going to go ahead and do the second. I was debating whether or not to do the full sheet, but I'm going to do it. And this is a little bit long for it, but that's okay. I know, this is gorgeous. Heart hands. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Okay, these are going to have to dry a little bit before I can use them. Let's see if I can just dry them a little bit with... I'm going to dry from the back. I don't know. This paper is actually some of Lisa Horton's Rainbow Satin Holographic. Let me check and see if I've got it in my link deli yet. I don't think I do. Go back to my list, see if I can add that. If I don't, I will add that in there and put that into, it is there already. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. It has just been added to the supply list that is down below. Come on, click. There we go. It's just been added to that supply list so you guys can get your hands on that. But yeah, the papers are gorgeous. And I thought it would look cool, kind of cool with this lemon fresco. This new 3D embossing folder. And right now I also sprayed it because I wanted to make sure that it didn't crack. I don't think I got any cracking. I usually don't get cracking, but I didn't want to take a chance. But look how gorgeous that is. So now I'm just kind of trying to dry it a little bit. Oh, so pretty, so pretty. And this one's mostly dry and flattened out already, which is nice. And it looks nice this way too, so we could do, yeah, 2 cards. Oh, these are so pretty. And it's kind of interesting. It's got little segments where you could cut different pieces out. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, what are we going to do now? So since we're using that, I kind of want to do the lemons. So the citrus. Kind of want to do that. But I'm also kind of thinking, I want to do that. Yeah, I'm taking all the things out. And like I also mentioned to you guys that I am a bit pooped right now from being at the gym, so I don't want to do a ton of die cutting. Sorry, Linda, I'm not going to do the doorway this time. I will be doing that later on though, because it's gorgeous. But let's see. I don't know. Which one do we think would look fabulous over the top? We know that the lemons would look great, but how about the sun? I think if the sun was like bright and yellow. Thank you, Linda. I know that you'll put up with me. But I think if we do the sun like with bright colors, like bright yellow, so it doesn't blend in too much with the background. I'm not really good with tone on tone. I need to practice that too, but I think that would be kind of cool. So we'll do one of those and then we'll see how that does. And I'm not sure how I want to use this yet, but I'm definitely going to use that for something. I'm not wanting to put this down because it's so pretty. Okay. Okay. I got to put it away. Y'all love it when I do that. I know. And but the thing is, this is real. It's like, I don't want to put away the pretty things. I made a card yesterday that turned out exactly like I had envisioned. Light up card for tomorrow. I still have to write the blog post, but light up card for tomorrow that y'all are going to love. And okay, for these, do we want to do... Okay, so Stephanie wants me to go muted. So muted color instead of bright. Over the top of that. I think that means I have to die cut it out of white and then a couple of times and then we can see. And then we've got the sentiments, and I could do those with better press or I could do those with foil. I got enough stuff on my desk. I think I'm going to go with better press for these this time. I do want to see what this piece here though is for. I think... Yep, okay. I was wondering what this piece is for. This piece is actually to go behind the eyes and the mouth. So that is kind of interesting. So they basically gave you a piece that you can cut out of like black cardstock to go behind it. And then of course we've got the other pieces, like these pieces go in for the eyes. One or the other. Anyway, it's cool. Which also means while you're creating, when you get yours soon, while you're creating, you can look at the well, you can get a look at your packaging, but you can also look at the website. And I tend to look at the website. Where is it? I clicked away from that one apparently. Yeah, you must have, while I was looking for my owl that I wanted. That is not on the website yet. I don't know why. Okay, going and looking at that. Okay, so it also is the background for the nose and the eyebrows. Okay, so that's good. Now I know. So we've got cheeks, we've got lips, we've got the extra piece of the eyes. This goes behind the eyebrows and is the black part for the eyes and the nose and the mouth. So we have all of those bits. It's kind of interesting. They are combining some of the things. Yeah, and I'm not sure on the muted color what to do there. Really not. Okay. One thing I did yesterday was I went through my scraps. Right now, these are all of the scraps I have in this room, and I actually labeled each of my things so I know which one it is. So I just need a couple pieces of black. So this should be enough of that. I doubt I have any white. We don't have an owl yet, honey. So sorry. I was talking about what I want. There's a couple of new Pooh things, including the owl from Winnie the Pooh that are not out yet, and I don't really know why. This might be big enough for part of it. Yep. Don't think I've got enough pieces in here that are going to... I don't think I've got any that are going to be big enough for these two. So I'm going to have to take out new. So yeah, I labeled my scraps yesterday. That would probably not work. Yeah, these would not work. I also want to use, I know, we wanted the poo, right? That's not out yet. I'm sure it's going to be on the list at some point. It's just not showing yet. Okay, I was looking at different things. Sorry, I just glanced up and saw some pattern paper that I had thought about using, well, that I had just trimmed down small enough so it would be really easy for die cutting. There's a couple of pieces that were actually in my orange that should have been in the pattern paper one. Like I said, I'm reorganizing things so it's easier for me to get to, I hope. And I'm bringing in a little bit of music for y'all. So I need some black. Adelaide says, love owls too. Yeah, I haven't, it really depends on the owl. I think with a lot of critters, I'm big Halloween. And I've already made one Halloween card, but y'all don't get to see it until November. Is it November? October? August? I don't know. Summit. So there is a Summit video coming up. Actually, I think that one is, I don't remember. I have to look and see. Anyway, it is the card making with SVGs. That organized. Thank you, Jen. Jen says that organized work. Ugh, virtual hug. Yeah, I know. I get it. But when I spent probably 20 minutes yesterday looking for I don't remember what it was that I was looking for. I think it was the sentiments for the card that I made yesterday. I literally spent like 20 minutes looking for it, and right in the middle of me recording the video too, by the way. That bothered me because it was one of the collections we got, I think it was last month, so it should have still been out on my desk, and it turns out it was in the bin with the stuff, but I didn't have it labeled to know what the things were. So I really have to do a better job of making sure I know where all of my things are. Hey, Miss Bethany. Hugs to the littles. She says, lurking while I'm working on getting Ellie to the bus. 3 days left of school. Yep. In Florida, everybody's already out. I remember when I grew up in Alabama and graduated. I think our graduation day was like June 4th or something. I'm pretty sure it was like June 4th. And I started my first job the following Monday. So it's like, yeah, I never even got summer vacation after graduation. But we would get out of school about that time. And that was later than my stepsister who is in California. I'll do it there. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just going to die cut some pieces out of white, and then we can take out some Simon Hurley ink to ink them up, because that's what I've been loving doing lately. And Miss Bethany is saying hello to everybody. So here's our little face. Hey, Miss Irma. And so you can see that goes perfect right behind it. Actually, this would look good in metallic as well. Do I need to do that? Only reason I'm thinking of that is on our back porch, we've got a big bronze sun. But I would be able to use it over the the shiny. I wouldn't be able to use it over the shiny, but I could do. I have to. Oh my God, that's going to be gorgeous. Okay. And I do have this extra piece from that one sheet. I do have that. I'm going to try to keep all the pieces because I don't know 100% sure what... I'm pretty sure I don't need these, but I really want to be careful and keep them just in case. If you guys aren't looking up at the thing, and it's not showing. I don't know why that's not showing on there. I'm gonna have to fix that, but apparently it doesn't work. But Ronan says streaks across the craft room, and now he's lurking. And my lurk command doesn't look like it's working either. I don't know what's going on. And Bethany says, "Thank you. My littles are 5, 4, and 3, so we're a long way off from college." Yeah, I know. And here's the funny thing: we've been like crafty friends on YouTube and such since Bethany was pregnant with the last one. I think it was with the last one. Was it with the last one or was it the one before? But I mean, I was shocked that you did the 3, 4, and 5. Hey, Miss Loretta, welcome in. We're going to see how this does. I'm thinking it's going to be kind of cool. And I'm not 100% sure on this one, so I think I'm going to cut this piece, this big piece, out of white to start, because I also got the white one. Let's do this part first. We're going to see what this looks like. Rhonda says, hey, girly, you're teaching, entertaining me as I get ready. What are you getting ready for? Okay, let's take a look and see what that face looks like in this shiny. And one thing I do like about die cutting on metallic cardstock is it basically, even if it's got a couple of little dings or something in the front, it reshapes it and usually smooths it out. Okay, you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm just weeding this, getting the little bits out. It's also got, you can see the embossed areas to show you where to put the other things, because there are lip pieces, there are cheek pieces. Okay, we're going to take a look at this and see what it looks like. Okay, so there I have with the black behind it. Oh, now this might actually work. It looks different because it doesn't have the same texture. So we might actually be able to do it over the top. We could do all of it in the same sheet of cardstock. That may turn out nice. I don't know. We're going to see. What do you guys think? I can also do the 3D embossing folder in another color. But yeah, this is pretty. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put the black bit behind here. I know, I'm die cutting and assembling as I go. Looks better than you thought it would. I know, I wasn't really I didn't know. This part of that cardstock actually looks a little silverish, where this looks has a little bit more of that gold. So it may just be that each of the sheets is basically got like two colors. It's like a gradient down. That might be one reason. Black is missing and red for the cheeks. Well, the black here is going to go behind it, behind the eyes and everything. And we do have another die that's going to cut out the pieces for the cheeks. But we could all go the same. Like I said, we've got a big, was that bronze? It's kind of goldish bronzes. I don't know. Anyway, I think it's like a hammered metal. Sun on our back porch. It was in our house for quite a while, and then we decided, you know, we're going to start decorating our porch now that we're going to get eventually our back patio done. It's like one piece at a time, right? Okay, I put glue a bunch more places than I actually needed, but there we can see the eyes now. So we could put it on white. We could put it on this metallic. We could put it on both. This kind of looks like a lion. We could put it with just a little bit of the white offset. Sounds like she's having twins. Oh, wow. I'm kind of liking this with that little bit of an offset. But I'm also thinking that the other die, there's another one, this one, could do basically the same kind of thing. But I'm not 100% sure. Let me turn it over. I'm kind of liking it with just the offset without this piece. I'll have to try it with the other things later on. But I'm going to do one bit at a time. This is playtime. This is what I do. So if you guys there have been folks, oh, I want to do foam. I almost forgot. I want to do foam. So folks have asked me, like during the summit last week. So the Scrapbooking Fun Summit was last week. It ended on Sunday, I think. And I did a live Q&A on Friday. So many of you guys were in there, and thank you so much for coming and hanging out and enjoying my shenanigans. And I just got an email from them today that I have not answered yet, where they are inviting me back for the next one coming up in November. I got a lot of summits this year. But one of the questions was, you know, how do you get your inspiration? And what I tend to do, and this is just because of what I do, okay? If I was not getting new product from the different companies, I would probably do things a little bit differently. And I'm trying to make my brain kind of think in the other directions as well. So that's just kind of sort of what I'm doing right now. But now I don't want to, do I want to do an offset for this one too? Because I could. We could offset both and do a little bit of the white offset. Do we want to do that? I'm not pressing down yet. I want you guys' opinion first. Okay, Stephanie says no. Okay, so we're going to say no. Anyhow, I take the product and I start die cutting. I start die cutting, I start coloring, I start doing whatever it is with them. I mean, if it's, let's say it's a penguin stamp set, because I've done this, I would stamp out a bunch of them and just start coloring. And then once I had them all, I would go on to the next step and start the backgrounds or something like that. But as I go along, it gives me ideas as to what I want to do with the rest. Look at that. And we're going to have just a slight offset. This is so cool. Okay, adding some glue to the back of this one. And I do need my tweezers for this, I think. So I can make sure that I get everything right where I want it. And I got too much glue down, I think. Look at that. And I don't want to get any of that glue on that shiny goodness, so I'm definitely wiping this down before I start pressing things down, because that would kind of suck. That's about where I want it. Look at that. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay, let's trim this down. I also still have to die cut the lips and the mouth. But first things first, let's trim this panel down, so about A2. I'm going to cut it down to 4 inches so that hopefully I don't waste too much of this prettiness. 4 by 5 1/4. Oh, so shiny. So shiny. And that looks like a little bit of a rough edge. There we go. Bring out a couple of different colors of cardstock, and so that we can pick. Kind of liking the peach. But I don't have a... That is so cool. I could, since I don't really use this color that much, I could use a piece of it as a to die cut with, because I don't have anything like this. I can use this part for working with the sentiment. So what do y'all think? Do you like it with the peach? Do I need to go with white to match the white that is on our sun? Do I need to, and you really can't tell the difference here. Or we could go, I don't know if I want to do with this. Don't really like it on the craft. Could go with the black because there is a little bit of black on here. I guess what I need to do is go ahead and die cut out the cheeks part, and then we can decide. But there's a couple different options for us. Linda likes the black. I forgot, I've already got these pieces for the eyes, I think. And Stephanie likes the black. Okay, get in there. I just wanted to see what it's going to look like. This is kind of warped a little bit. So if I put the white pieces in, which I've got 2 of those, and then I've got the little black pieces, we can have it so that they're looking to one direction or another. And this is the way it's designed in there. So just need a little dot to make the rest of that eye. Oops. Okay, I see what it was that I should have done. What I needed to do, this black piece actually needed to be cut out of white. That makes more sense because it needs to have a little bit of a rounded edge. So I now know that that is wrong. So I need to cut out another one of those. Come on out of there. Because I know I had said earlier that the black in the back was going to be the black part of the eyes, and that is correct. But I also cut out an additional black piece for the white part of the eye, which is not correct. Okay, so this piece here needs to be cut out of white, and this piece I'm also going to cut out of white, and then I'm going to color it. I have not played with this set before. So just so you know, I am learning it just like you guys are. So this is the first time that I've used this die set, so yeah. But that sun is kind of cool. So if I have time today, like I said, I've still got some work to do on that blog post for Pear Blossom Press that is going up tomorrow. If I have time to do more die cutting while I'm doing that kind of stuff, I didn't want that to pop out. I'm going to leave that right there. Okay, we're going to color it out right there. Hopefully it'll stay in place. So this piece doesn't need anything. Okay, this I think is going to work fine for the cheeks without going too dark. And then I can come back in and do a little bit more for the mouth. But I'm going to go ahead and start putting these together. I know y'all can barely see any kind of pink on here, but it is there. It's a little bit of pink. Just a little bit. Oh, that's cute. Okay, and then a little bit of, let's see, a little bit of the white. We're going to have the guy looking off to the right. You could go either direction depending on which way you decide to put the whites of your eye. There we go. That looks much better than what I did the last time. Just because of where that arch was, where that curve was. Okay, so now I'm going to bring this back on there and put the top of the mouth back in that little spot and bring in some more ink. Let's grab that back out. This one was Prom Queen that I used on this little brush. This is the first time I've used this brush too. This one is from Pink Fresh Studios. Came in the cutest little case. I almost didn't want to take it out of the case. Okay, I think that's going to be dark enough. Oops, the cheek slid. There we go. Tiny dot of glue on here so it doesn't have too much on there. And just put her little lipstick on. Isn't she adorable? Oh my goodness, I love this. Okay, somebody said black card base. What did I do with my black card base? I thought I had one out, but it looks like that I didn't. Could use the smaller piece and have her off to the side. So we have more of that black coming in. Or we could do, before you added the white to the eyes, the sun looked creepy. Yes. So I'm thinking I kind of like this look, but we could also go with that full background. Okay, I think we have to go with the smaller bit. That's going to, she looks like she is going to the prom because of the lipstick. I'm thinking that because neither one is overpowering the other. That's why I wasn't sure if I wanted to use the same cardstock or if I wanted to go with something else. But I think this kind of balances it out. What do y'all think? And then, since we've got the pink on there, I could do prom queen for the sentiment. Let's grab out the sentiments. What do we want to do? Well, we would do a full sheet of all of them because that's how it comes. And do we want to do that on, I think I'm going to have to do it on white cardstock. If I did it with foil, that would be a little bit too much foil maybe. But if I did it with foil, then it would, I could do it on black cardstock. Yeah, I think the smaller panel does do it better. Okay. Gathering up my stuff so I don't lose anything. Don't want to lose my things, right? I have no idea if I have more than this. I'm gonna have to look and see what else. Okay, the only other thing is that tea. Okay, so that is perfect. I will find that one in a minute. That's fine. Okay. So we're going to do that. I'm going to do just on regular cardstock and save my better press cardstock for the really nice stuff. And since this is going to be kind of in the center, I'm also going to use a tape runner to hold this down so that I don't have... First off, if you use... Is this one out? Yep, this one's out. If you use tape in the center, it could give you a little bit of a lump there, and that's not going to work too well. Let me grab out another tape runner. What's surprising is I don't really use them that much anymore, but apparently I've been using these from AdTech more often, and actually using it up. So that's kind of cool. Where did I put them? I know I have more. I have a box of them somewhere. Give me a second, guys. Sorry. Now what's going to work better for this is if you use repositionable. This is not repositionable. This is regular. But I'm not using a ton. And I'm going to take it off pretty quick. So this is Prom Queen. This is the foam pad. So we're going to be gentle. I'm just doing some tapping because again it is the foam. Looks like I've got good coverage. I do have some extra there. I'm not going to worry too much about it because this panel is going to be die cut out. So but you could also wipe that down so that it doesn't get on to your cardstock. So let's go ahead and just run that through. I love this. This is always so easy. Batterpress makes basically perfect stamping pretty much every time. All you have to do is make sure you get your ink on there right and you're good. Let's see if I did my ink right. And those look great. It did get some of the excess ink on there because I didn't wipe this down, but if I had, we would be fine. I've also got it with some packaging over the top, which is one reason why it's so shiny. And that's to protect my magnetic mat that's under there because it's already stained. It was stained before I realized this trick. Thank you, Ms. Jennifer McGuire. Okay. And since it's a water-based ink, it comes up and cleans up really, really easy. And I'm going to leave it on here in case I want to make some more. I don't think I'm going to make any more today, but you never know. Okay. Now the tape did rip my cardstock a little bit. I'm going to try to, I'll try to use that part anyway because that's the part that's got the prettier, the bigger sentiments. So I kind of think I want to use that. But you guys will have to tell me what you think because you know what? This card is going out to one of y'all. So sentiments we have, sending sunshine, hope, all of them would go well with this. I kind of like the Ciao Bella though. If I'm going to be honest about it, I like the Ciao Bella. It's not really a sentiment we use all that much, right? But it's just, hello, beautiful. Right? And all of my crafty friends, you guys are all beautiful to me. I love y'all to death. Okay, so for this, we're just going to line this up. I want to make sure that I don't mess up, so my pink mat's going away, and then one of my magnetic mats. You just got to find it. Got my magnetic magic mat here, and that's so that we can make sure that it lines up. Now, my magnetic mat is also a bit warped, which is one reason why I'm not using it as much. And again, I typically only use it for die cutting sentiments or even with it warped, it still works well. But I use it for sentiments or stamped images, things like that, that I want to make sure are lined up around the already stamped image. And that looks pretty good. Looking up into the camera, it does look like I have it a little bit low, so I'm going to raise it up a little bit. And now it looks like it's perfect. Now I'm just going to put my top plate in and then press it straight down so I don't shift my die. And we're going to go ahead and run that through. Moving the water bottle out of the way so I don't knock it over. And now I'll have a bunch of sentiments to use on a bunch of cards. Okay, so now we need to decide which ones do we want to go with, because we could do more than one if we want. My thought, again, I'm trying to get this out of work. I'm going to have to put foam tape on the back of all of this. So this one's going to be a little bit thicker than what I've been doing lately. So we're going to have, that's kind of what I want. And so that y'all can see it better, let me put some white behind it. There you go. Now you can see what the card's going to look like. So we've got happy birthday. I'm leaning towards Ciao Bella. Sending sunshine just for you. That would be kind of cool. We could also go horizontal if we wanted. Anybody have any thoughts? Okay. How about both of those? Sharon says top. Linda likes Ciao Bella. Okay, so I think this is kind of what I'm going to go with. Except, I think I'm going to also die cut out all of that in black to use as an offset in the background of black behind the white. I think that will make it all look so nice. Where do I have my things? I got to get this stuff out of the way. Okay. Do I have a little baggie? Why, yes, I do. I can put these sentiments away. These are nice sentiments too. Sometimes I get one of the panels that are have got so many sentiments, but a lot of them are stuff that I wouldn't actually use. So it's like, okay, what do you do with them? Do you want to waste them? I have a hard time not wanting to waste them. Why, thank you, Elaine. Welcome in. Elaine Sims is on YouTube. Welcome in, honey. Thank you so much for popping in. I don't know if anybody else will have made one of them like this, you know? I mean, sometimes I don't know sometimes I see what after the fact, after I've made mine and I post them and all, I see what other folks have made, and sometimes they're very similar. So we were all kind of thinking the same thing. And then sometimes mine are so much different than theirs. It's like either I was brilliant or I was really not. This one I think I really like. This one is going to turn out so cool. Let's go ahead and die cut that out of some black. Yeah, do you have a piece of black? And then we will be about ready for our giveaway. I mean, I may actually add some, I don't know if I've got any black or white embellishments, enamel dots. So we'll have to look. If I've got some enamel dots for this, I may do that as well. I'm going to flip this over to try to help flatten it out a little bit. And I'm going to cut it on one end and then putting in diagonal to get a better cut. And hopefully this will help to flatten out my magnetic magic mat. I wish that we could flatten them out like we do our magic mat, but it has to do with the magnet that's on the inside. And I get it. Okay, and where'd I put my baggie again? Doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and do the card now. We're going to get this done. So question for y'all, does anybody want to win this card? What do y'all think? Is it turning out nice? Do y'all want it? Stephanie says yes. Stephanie, of course you do. If Ruth's in here, I think she went to dinner or something, so she might or might not be in here. But if she's in here, she would, of course, say yes. Because Ruth wants all my things. So does Ann. Linda says, of course we do. Okay, let's go ahead and start that part while I'm finished. That goes there. That goes there. I don't need to lose any of my things, you know? Okay, so I don't know if you guys just finishing something for the showcase later. Oh, fabulous, Ruth. Okay, go ahead and type in !join if you'd like to get in on the giveaway. And let's go ahead and finish this guy up. Hi, Brianna. Welcome in. And I do like having a little bit of white behind it when I'm doing this. So I'm going to do just a little bit of an offset. So let's go ahead and add some glue on there. And the giveaway is for you guys on Twitch as well. So if you are watching on Twitch or YouTube, you can get in on the giveaway. Just type exclamation point. Exclamation point join to get entered into the giveaway. So Jen says, no, said no one, Emma. So if you like any of the products that you saw with me show off today, it would really appreciate, and if you decide you want to get them from Spellbinders, there is the affiliate link. It is pinned at the top of the chat box in both YouTube and Twitch, and that goes to my Link Deli list. It goes to a visual list, so you can pick out what you do and don't want. Anyway, I really appreciate if you're able to use my link, because that definitely helps support me and keep me making videos like this one. So I think that looks pretty good. Do you want the offset above or below? Changing my mind. I think I want the shadow below. Yeah. I mean, that's what I tend to do on most of my cards too. There's usually a shadow, a little bit of a shadow behind the card, and it's usually below. Okay, I think I'm going to have to color some of that with some black ink, because this looks like it's messed up a little bit. And my markers are somewhere away, so I'm going to just use a black Sharpie here. Yeah, I think it's just where this little bit right here wound up with a little bit too much glue and wound up pulling part of the back. So there's Ciao Bella, and then we'll do whichever one is the right size. Looks like I picked the right size. I need to do some puzzles or something, because I'm actually getting this stuff right. Hello, Alvagenta. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, honey. Okay, so there we go. Now this needs some foam. We can go ahead and start putting everything back together. 3 vote. You only get 1 on each platform. And yes, there are some people that cheat. I love y'all anyway. So we are live right now on YouTube and Twitch. And I did hit the button to go over to Kick, but I doubt there's anybody over on Kick, because nobody knows me over there. Okay, that is a little bit too much. I need to trim this one down. Yes, foam, because foam is life. Oh, it was funny. It looks like in Craft Roulette, there was a question about what is your favorite, other than paper and glue and adhesive, what is your favorite thing to put on cards? And I said foam, because foam is life. And Mary Gunn gave me a laugh back there. Okay, so it's right at the edge. It goes just over. Can't do it. Can't do it. What I can do is I can put some of the foam behind those rays of sunshine. Just have to make sure it's on the right ones. So we can put one there. because I don't want these to be saggy, if that makes sense. I don't want them to easily fold down and squish. I want them to be pretty much level with the rest of the card. Okay, that's going to work. So I still need to do that one and possibly that one. Could have her offset, but I kind of want her to have her straight. So I think that's going to work. And then the rest of it, I'm going to glue down flat. And yes, I know I should have taken my release paper off first, but that's okay. Foam, 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 foam is life. Okay, there we go. So this is almost done. All I need to do now is just add that sentiment and add a white panel on the inside so that you can write on it. Yeah. So while this is drying, it shouldn't take but just a minute or so. I'm going to go ahead and put some of this stuff away. Kitties! And then we can take a look and see what the final result is going to be. Where's my thing? Okay. I know this one didn't have a sleeve yet because it was still in the original sleeve. So I need to put that one off to the side. Okay, this is all I need to put there. Put that one up there. I'm cleaning up a little bit. I was texting my neighbor and accidentally hit the microphone, and my phone sent him everything I said about foam is life.
I love you. Now back to our show.
You guys are awesome. I still have these pretty panels to do other things with. Oh my goodness, they are so lovely. It's hard to use these kind though because they're too pretty. You know, I don't know if anybody else has that problem where you make a panel that is just so pretty you have a hard time actually adding it to a card. Nobody else has. That's just my problem. I'm the only one with that problem. Lovely. Don't want to lose any of those pieces. Okay, so now we're going to glue these guys down. Elaine at least admits that she has that issue. Thank you, honey, for admitting it. Ruth has it too. Yeah, that's one reason why I have so many panels that I need to make cards out of. Here's a trick though. If you wait long enough, they won't be as pretty to you anymore. You won't like them. I don't know if anybody else has had that problem. As you learn, you really don't like some of your older stuff nearly as much as you used to. And I think I've finally gotten to a point where I'll look at older pictures and like, oh, I forgot I made that. I need to make another one because I like that. Separation factor. When I wait too long, they become die cuts. Yeah. Well, I still need to do that too. And what's real bad is as I clean out older things, I find older things that I forgot I had. And I wind up finding, oh, I have this many more panels, or I have this many more of whatever it is. And it's like, okay, I got to get rid of some of this stuff because, yeah, I don't need it. Okay, so I'm using my T-square from Pear Blossom Press to help me line that up. I think I want to slide it over a little bit. There we go. And it doesn't really want to stick. Glue has a hard time when it comes to metallic cardstock anyway. Okay, I do have some embellishments. Where'd I put them? I still need to go through this stuff and clean out and get rid of things that I don't need at my desk, which is one reason why I went through all of my cardstock and redid those. Ooh. I have some silver and I have some crystals, the opals. Both of those might work on this, but I'm thinking that might be a little bit too much. So I'm almost thinking, you know how when you have a plain cardstock and you put a little bit of shine in your embellishments? That might be what I would decide I need to do. I don't know if I have any matte white. Those might work, those pinkish purple. I've been using these more lately. And I think these might mine are not that good, so bye-bye cards, but they are made with love. The more you do, the better you get, and you do make some really pretty cards, Miss Sharon. I would say find a design that you like online. Just, it can be as simple as you want. I'm even thinking starting with something that's really simple may be the best way to start off with anyway. But do that, find a design that you like, and then make 12 or 15 of that one card. You know, maybe do like batch processing. So kind of like what I was doing, where I did all the die cutting, well, most of the die cutting, until it started inspiring me. At some point you do get inspired. Yeah, I kind of like that. So these pinks, it's kind of a pinkish purple, but it almost matches the lips. You would frame some of the backgrounds that you make? No. No, 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 honey. I mean, some of my backgrounds, I am really surprised at how well they turn out, but they're usually those are where they're actually easier than you thought they would be to make. Okay, you need to lay down onto the glue. Thank you. Lay down on the glue. And the glue will dry matte, so that's nice. I'm going to take a medium size. So I want a little one up at the top. And then a medium. And I'm hoping that these don't pop off while they're in the mail. Okay, so that's a start. I kind of want a flow coming down. That whole thing about a flow is just my brain interpreting what I heard Kathy Zilski say a long time ago. I'm going to do a couple down here and then a couple here in the middle. And that's going to use up a bunch of these. And yes, these have got adhesive on them, but you know what? I always put glue behind them to hopefully make them stay a little bit better, because I've had bad luck with adhesive ones. I don't know if it is the humidity here or the adhesive or what, but I always have them. You want me to brighten up the cheeks? I don't know. I could. Okay, so the glue that you're seeing off to the side on those is going to dry matte, and that's fine because this is a matte cardstock. I don't want it to do like that on the shiny cardstock because you can always see that. It changes the texture. Okay, need a couple more there. Do a medium size and a small. I like the tiny ones better than any of the rest, but you don't get enough of them. doesn't matter. I always like the tiny ones. Come on, let go of my thumb. There we go. Okay, so since someone said they thought that it might work well, I have... Okay, we're going to do it. I do have a couple of these that are that big, so we're going to do it. That are just the right size. You happy now? Elaine, are you happy? Gosh, don't listen to me. Yeah, I listen to you guys. What do you think? Y'all like that? I think I do need... There we go. And it looks like I'm getting a little bit of glue in different places, so I do need to make sure to wipe that down real quick. And then we are good. Anybody else want in on the giveaway before I hit the button? Because I do have a button. That is nice. I like it. Now I don't want to give it away. I don't want to give it away now. Yeah, that happens a lot. Question, do you remember where your button is? Why, yes I do. For this time, I know which button it is. So I'm going to try to do the doorway tonight. So if that's what you're looking for, be sure to pop back in. That's the goal. I just need to get some die cutting done so that I don't spend... It takes me longer. I don't know about if any of you guys do crafting with friends where you're chatting or videos or anything like that. It takes more time to get done when you're chatting with somebody than it does when you are just... This is where it is. When you're doing it by yourself, usually. I mean, for me, what winds up taking longest is when I have to go find stuff because I don't know where I put it. And I just dropped a die. Which die was it? It was one of the little ones. There it is. Okay. And I'm going to pour these in here, although I probably don't need them. And yeah. But they are the extras. I think they're actually the pieces that just popped out of stuff that doesn't need to have anything, but it's in there now. Ooh, I just had a thought. Linda says I'm slow either way. And then if I did the chow, if I did the other in, I'm not sure what color to do the spaghetti in. See, you can see it there. I do kind of think it would be cool on here though. If I did it in black, it would show up more, but that wouldn't really look like spaghetti. I got to think on this, but I do like the lips there. I think that's going to be a cool one. So that's probably going to be another one of my cards. Hee yeah. Okay, so you guys are all ready. It looks like ads have finished on Twitch. Yay! You can get out of having to watch ads on Twitch if you did have to see any of the ads on Twitch. Love it. Guess 2 for 1. Okay. No, are you talking about because I said this? Yeah. Only problem is the chow. Maybe if I just did it in white. I need to see what other people are doing for the color of that, because my thought is it needs to look like pasta. Of course, it could be red because covered in spaghetti sauce. Or ink smushed. But I don't know if any of that would actually show up on that shiny. Okay. All right, we are gonna go. If nobody else is getting in on the giveaway, because nobody else has said that they want to join, so exclamation point join. If you are lurking and you forgot to hit the forgot to type it in now. The color of her lips might show up. Well, the lips show. So like on this one, the lips show, but it's the spaghetti. So here's the spaghetti. You can barely see the word chow, and that's just yellow over pink. So it's almost where you might want to do a dark color over it. I mean, I could try doing the blackout technique, you know, do the shiny side debossed, and then we'd be able to see it better. Those are a couple of ideas. Maybe tonight. But anyhow. Oh, you were thinking the spaghetti the same color as the lips. And that's this stuff. I made them rosy cheeks. But that's the thing. I keep thinking of spaghetti needs to be the color of spaghetti. Yeah. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do the giveaway now. If you guys are ready. Because nobody, although I've been chatting along, nobody else has said anything. So, let's do this thing. As I scroll down to the button, and the winner is Miss Linda Tobin. Miss Linda, you get this one, honey. So this one's going to be going out to you. The giveaway form is now in the chat and at the top of the description box on YouTube. Did it post up there? I hit the button. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Here's the giveaway form. There you go. So, Miss Linda, if you can fill out the form, then I can get this out to you, hun. I do think this turned out super pretty. Yeah. I may put some foam under these bits over here just so that they are more level, because I was mainly wanting to make sure on the side, because I didn't, yeah, I think I need to add a little bit more foam there. Anyway, I will finish that one up, and this will be going out to Miss Linda Toman. Let's zoom in a little bit on the card. This button has been slow to react lately. There we go. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me for a bit and taking a look at the new collections and getting to play with one of those right off the bat. We will be doing more videos having to do with these. I made the thing I mentioned before in the showcase for later. Yay! Yay. So we'll get to see that tonight too. If you're not sure of what that is, Ronan, you didn't enter the giveaway, did you? Ronan could have got the card. If you're not sure what the showcase is, if you're new here, we do a stream showcase on my Tuesday night lives, and that means you post something in my Discord. Somebody type in !Discord to put the link up, but you can post your pictures, your creations on my Discord server, and then I show them off to everybody on Tuesday nights. So that's going to be fun. Thank you, Ronan. Okay, guys, you have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see members at 4:30. If you're not a member yet, you can still join. Just head on over to my YouTube channel and hit the join button. But members, we have a 4:30 members only live stream, and then we start with everybody at 5 o'clock. So I will see you guys this afternoon. And yeah, I want to hit the button. Anyway, love you guys. I will see you later.